All of human wisdom can be summed up in these two words: wait and hope. That is a quote from The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. That is a sort of early mid-19th century adventure, historical fiction book. Absolutely fantastic. I absolutely recommend you guys read it. It sort of, in a way, I guess, has to do with today's kind of topic, but I don't know. I mean, I've been seeing these videos, I feel like, a lot lately, like especially by these big-ass influencers who are and have been so out of touch for so long now because they have just made so much money or whatever, and they're just like, you just gotta embrace the suck. You gotta have a shitty life before you can actually be famous and stuff gets good, and blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna feed my cat. I apologize if you hear her screaming at me. And I'm not trying to say like these people weren't human at one point, you know, like I get it, but when was the last time they experienced true suck, you know? When was the last time they had to make $20 last a week and a half for groceries and bills and had to borrow money from people? And yeah, like, no. But also at the same time, I would like to say that life doesn't have to suck in order for it to get better. That quote isn't, I guess, we'll get to the part of the quote, or what I kind of mean by that quote in a little bit. It does tie into this somehow in my head, I promise. But mostly, that book, The Count of Monte Cristo, it follows this, not mostly, this is exactly what the plot is, but it follows a young sailor whose life is like blossoming. He's 19 years old. He just returns home from this long voyage. He's about to get married, about to make some money. He's promoted to captain of the ship, like his merchant ship that he just got back. Like everything is just lining up for him until on the night of his wedding, boom, he's arrested. Mind you, for something he never even did. From there, he spends the next 14 years of his life in a freaking dungeon island. But it's there he meets a really good friend, a really old man, an old abbé or priest father. And he teaches Edmund, that's his main character's name, how to read and write. And he teaches him science and philosophy and mathematics. And he spends essentially almost half of his entire life, like on the planet thus far, in a freaking like rock, literally just like a rock in the middle of the ocean. And then he goes on to be this sort of, I'm gonna try like be as spoiler free as possible. He's like almost like a Batman figure. He's like a local, not even local. He's like been all over the world. He's like a superhero, like the original Mystique superhero. He's everywhere and nowhere. Everybody knows him, but nobody knows who he really is. He's like this cool Zorro sort of figure almost. Unlimited money, unlimited power, and all this, kind of stuff. He's a good guy, for the most part, I will say. You kind of have to read to get the nuance of what I mean by that. But a lot of people kind of take that and they're like, oh, so you have to spend 14 years of your life in a dungeon before you can start making moves and all this kind of stuff. And no, I don't think that's at all what the message of that book or anything like that. Or like, I think these influencers are hearing like other people talk about embracing the suck. And then they're like, oh yeah, it means you have to like be really, like live a terrible life or something. No, it means that whatever level of suffering or suck that you have endured, it just makes the fun stuff that much better. It doesn't make that fun stuff attainable, no. I mean, there's certain experiences and stuff that you might gain that make, I don't know, life easier, I guess, if such is even a thing. But it just means that to know great suffering or to know great joy is to know great suffering. It's a balancing act. So, I don't know. I feel like these I feel like I might be saying a whole lot of nothing all at once, but I don't know. Don't think like when you hear these like people talking about, yeah, my parents kicked me out when I was 14 years old and I was living on the streets and I was actually then raised by a biker who blah, 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 blah. Dude, first of all, probably like half of that is super embellished or fake. But also everyone's got their own path. Everyone's got their own journey, their own BS they're going to have to deal with, I think that is what's most important is that you just start doing something about your life. If you are not content with where you're at, start doing something. Scrolling Instagram Reels for 15 minutes when you immediately wake up is probably not helping you out any. I'm calling myself, that's exactly what I do every month. So I'm trying to get better about that kind of thing. Yeah, I also wasn't trying to come on here and like have some kind of crazy philosophical take. I'm more so, I guess, just saying, hey, life sucks. Yeah, everyone's life is going to suck at one point. Multiple points, probably. But hey, that's life. You'll get through it. You will freaking get through it. I'm sorry I'm yapping so long, Ophelia. My cat's name is Ophelia, for those of you who don't know. Here is your food, my beautiful woman, my beautiful little princess. I'm going to knock out some dishes, pack my lunch for tomorrow. But yeah, man, it was just a freaking annoying day. And to kind of bring it back to the quote of waiting and hoping, there's a lot of points in your life. I feel like I'm kind of going through them now and stuff. And like, I'm not going to flashbang you. I'm going to there's nothing, just blah, 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 blah. Let me start that over. I feel like I'm in a certain point in my life, and I've been in this point before, where I'm like waiting for stuff to happen, and I hate it. Like, it's the worst. It's the freaking worst. I would say it was probably like really bad, like a few years ago and stuff. I would say now I've got like a pretty solid routine and all that kind of stuff. But just like people like who I have talked to in my personal life and all that kind of stuff, they can kind of align similarly, just in the sense where it's like, dude, I've done the job interviews, or I've posted the content, or I've done the thing, and now it's like you're just waiting either to get noticed or to hear back from someone or to get paid, or I don't know. And it kind of sucks to feel like you're having to wait on other things that are outside of your control for your life. It freaking sucks. So I guess really maybe this is me just trying to self-soothe and vent out loud after kind of a crappy day. And not even like, it was just, I don't know, one of those weird mindset days where like, I don't know, I was dealing with a not nice word in my Reddit comment. Might be my first ever post to Reddit on like a cosplay thing. I should have known it. I mean, it's Reddit. Of course there's going to be some like 35-year-old, 500-pound neckbeard, basement-dwelling, gamer sups drinking mongrel that is just going to try to hate on literally anything. And that's what happened. That was like the first thing I woke up to. And then some other dude in like my Instagram comments was just being a jerk for no reason. Another cosplayer, mind you. Dude, man. I'm going to say cosplayer in figurative air quotes because he had one post and like 2 followers, but still, annoying. I guess I'm more mad that I let that stuff get to me even in the first place. Because I'm happy with what I do, and at the end of the day, that's like the only prerequisite for life, I guess, is to enjoy it. And I don't know, dude. It was getting to me. It's been eating at me since like 7 in the morning. So, I don't know. Either way, I freaking love you guys. there's been the ultimate thing that I feel like to take away from this, and I'm still trying to get better at it, is to just don't engage in comment sections, dude. It's not worth it. If you're a content creator or anything like that, it's just don't stay out of the comment section, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's never good. It's never good. But what was particularly irking about this Reddit guy, though, was that he was saying that my Leon cosplay like edit post was AI, and I even put no AI in all caps, like brackets, in the title. I worked with a professional photographer and a professional like graphic designer. I don't know if it's graphic designer or like just photo editor, whom I each paid like pretty decent money to, and myself did had to do the entire cosplay myself. And he made this thing. It was like the editor, ChatGPT, lol, and then he put like the slash sarcasm symbol or whatever. God, bro. And I told him to. I should have just left it at. And I should have just not responded, but I said, I don't know, something, then if he took his hand out of his pants or a bag of chips once in a while, he wouldn't be so disrespectful online or some shit like that. I felt like it was a cool burn in the moment, but I don't know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Because I know he's sitting there in his parents' basement just like, yeah, I got his ass. And yeah, low key, he fucking did, bro. Here I am, still stewing on it, freaking all day later. I don't know. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. Outside of that, though, you know what? Let's freaking switch up the vibe a little bit. Cardio was freaking amazing. I've been usually doing 45 minutes of cardio with the cut and stuff, but yesterday and today I actually did 50 minutes, believe it or not, so it's time to step up the game, guys. It's time to lock in a little bit extra. Abs were great. I was watching Beat Bobby Flay on the Food Network on the little like cardio TVs at my office. And the freaking chef actually beat Bobby Flay, which is always amazing. Sometimes I feel like that show is totally rigged and it's just always Bobby Flay's friends. And it's like, why does this show even exist if you're just going to let him win every time? Hasn't this guy been on the Food Network for like 30 years already? I think we can give him some time outside of the spotlight. But this time, I want to say his name was Kenneth. Crap. My man Kenneth won. He made a Trinidadian? I might be butchering that. He was from Trinidad, and he made a brown stew chicken. It looked so fucking bomb. So good. Man, sometimes it's like dangerous watching the Food Network while on a cut, dude, because I'd be getting some ideas that I would not have gotten were I not watching it. But it was satisfying watching him win. I gotta go on Beat Bobby Flay and make him my frickin' beef and sweet potato bowl for real. 6 ounces lean ground beef, chef. 32 milliliters sugar-free barbecue sauce. Easy win. No, honestly, the only reason I wouldn't win, oh my god. The only reason is because the show's rigged. The beef bowl is a Michelin star meal. The only reason I could see myself not winning is because, well, the show's rigged from the start. All right, well, that's probably gonna be it. If you guys took anything, and that's just the kind of day it's been. I'm gonna freaking catch you guys later. Boom. Oh, I thought I was gonna stick to the lens. It didn't.